There's 100 little vultures out there in the East End, and they're all picking on Chalker's carcass. Get rid of Storky and you'll get some respect.
What's the matter with you? Something grabbed me in the dark. Someone you beaten the brains out of.
So what do you want?
A profit. It was for Klein.
How long have you been working for him?
I don't want to open the papers every day and see people cut up and murdered and wonder if it's you.
Oh. You'd like me to come back, though, wouldn't you? Oh, no.
Nice pad. Thank you, Governor.
Must be doing better than we think.
It'd be better if you done then, Russ.
Get the Paul Mary out.
Be yourself.
Yeah. We've turned professional. Hey, Jojo.
Yeah, that's right.
Which way is it going to swing tomorrow, Mr. Broderick?
It'll be close.
I hope you'll be on top form, old boy.
I can't push you much further.
Of course you can.
They cornered me after the meetings, Slater and Klein. I've done what you wanted. Just give me the money.
Give the gentleman 10%, Freddie.
That wasn't the deal.
The deal's changed. You'll get the rest when I see our gallant boys in blue beating up your horrible little pickets.
Why are you so sure I won't go to them and tell them exactly what you told me?
I bought you. You were very easy to find, Mr. Broderick. You don't have the money or the class to lose in casinos. You'd have to work till you drop to pay off what you owe. And if they lay you off, well, redundancy money might just clear your debts. Then you can spend the second half of your life building them up again. If you can find another job at your age, nah, this is the best offer you'll have.
I'm a union official. I'm supposed to be incorruptible.
Of course, you know why they make these lifts this shape, Mr. B? It's so they can put coffins in them.
My clients will maintain and expand the international courier service, of course, also the intercity business here. In all other areas, we'd like to see a de-escalation. That means the London couriers, the bikes, the car service, including executive cars.
They're profitable.
They're too diverse. And so are the van and truck hire areas.
They could be leased out.
We've discussed this before.
All right, lads, let's have your attention, please. Now, for some of you, a change of your job definition is inevitable. By now, you'll all have received a letter outlining the management's position on any future voluntary redundancy. The union...
Of course, my clients will want to bring in some of their own office personnel, so jobs will go there, too. They were already gathering when I came in charge. What do you want me to hear? A vote of confidence in the management over promises of no redundancies?
Something like that. Hey, George.
Look, you're letting them off the hook completely. I thought you'd spoken to Klein. What's you going on about?
How many is it altogether?
About 100. Good God.
Your financial reports have gone through our offices in New York. All we are now waiting for is the panel on takeovers and mergers, which I am assured is a formality. But I do have one more point on the agenda. Same question, Tony.
Same answer. When all the papers are signed and when this company is registered in whatever name your clients choose, then you can do what you like. Trial runs are not part of the deal.
Well, if I can't persuade you over lunch, I'll have to go elsewhere. For the trial run, that is.
I think we've compromised enough already. We don't want to take unnecessary risks. John.
People have given over 20 years of loyal service to CPC. But I want to give another 20. Not take a couple of grand redundant.
My, oh my, George, aren't we the quiet one?
Good cop, bad cop.
What the hell do you think you're doing, Prod?
Take your hand off, Tom.
Your car's waiting, Mr. Slater. I booked you in at Wren's.
Thank you, Lucy. Oh, see if you can get hold of Meredith. Tell him I must speak to him this afternoon.
She's a stunner.
Not my type.
You can see they weren't very subtle about it. They just smashed the stockroom window, chucked a load of paraffin in.
At least they've done no damage to the bar.
It'll take ages to clear all that load up.
I'll send a couple of blokes down. Give you a hand, all right?
My reputation is based on cleanliness. I hope there'll be no repetition.
Can you have a bender's night Tuesdays? They're big drinkers.
I'll get those two fellas from Millsaps going help her out.
No, you won't. You just paid us, Carl.
What were we interested in that pile of crap for?
Yeah, George Klein, look, can you get someone out to look at my wife's car? She says the track rods need checking. So.
Oh, you don't have to say as if I don't know what a track rod is. I want to take your car. I'm going away at the weekend. I need to buy some clothes.
I've promised my mother that
I
I'd take her to the...
I promised myself.
Here you are.
You don't mind. Bye.
You look very nice.
Oh, that must be a compliment. Coming from you, it probably means I look like a shop girl from Balham.
I still loved you when you were a shop girl from Balham. Nothing else going on.
Come down here now to this platform and give us the assurances we demand that there will be no redundancy.
You old romantic.
And I also say that after they've done that, they should sit down with the branch committee and draw up a written agreement to the same effect. And if they won't do that, then I'll be tabling a motion at tomorrow's general meeting. Comrades, I can assure you, here and now, it will have one subject. Industrial action to protect our right to work.
I'm late. Sorry. You been here long?
No.
I was going to come in a cab, but then I thought if I got a taxi, no.
Stop it.
Post office tower.
Sit down. I haven't seen you for weeks. I got to know your mum quite well, though.
He wouldn't let me come.
You came to that nursery 3 times a week for 6 months, and last month, nothing. This morning, you called me to say how upset you are because you're moving house and you wanted me to have your new number. What for, Linda?
I'm sorry.
And since I've known you, you've apologized 10,000 times. Why? Because I like you. Because a couple of times I happened to show you that I more than liked you.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called you. It's just that we were moving today and it was so sad to leave that place. And my mum... Well, it's all. I felt I ought to see someone, so I... No. That's not it. It's this. I have to go. I can't do this, Chris. I can't. I don't know why I called you. I don't know what was in my head. I just did it. I didn't want to see you or speak to you.
Don't say that.
I have a husband and a family. I have things to do. I should be there. But I have things to do. This isn't a good idea.
No, it isn't.
It's stupid. Well, look at us. So have a nice life. Let me have your new address. I could send you a Christmas card, even though I never send them. Do you want to go?
Where?
A friend of mine lives just on the edge of the heath. He's on holiday. I've got the keys.
John? This is the address. I want you to get back to me as soon as you can. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you think we could have a little chat?
If it's brief.
Tony's going to cut and run with the deal through.
And you're not?
I don't want to sell. We've just moved into this bloody glass palace. It's supposed to show the world how successful we are. Don't play about, just tell me. When your people take over, do I get rowed out?
You said he'd gone.
I thought he had. What's he up to?
Nothing you haven't thought of first.
Making plenty of money. Don't cry about it, and don't hang on to something that's gone. You're out of your depth at this party.
You wouldn't have said that to Tony.
Tony is a different animal. He may not like a situation, but he doesn't let it cloud his judgment.
He's a very clever man. He's good in the office, in the boardroom. Of course, he couldn't tell you where half our fleet was day or night. That's my end of the operation. Perhaps we could discuss my end of the operation. Maybe you could get your trial run at the right price.
It's the right price.
A lease back of all the operations of this company that your clients want to phase out.
You'd be going back 20 years.
Tony's the one who wants to live like a monkey in the country. I don't want to run away.
You still have a strike to avoid. Remember?
You call him a criminal, not someone you meet at one of your demos or discos. I never told you, did I? He hurts people for a living now. And he's everywhere I go. Everyone's face. He must go away. He will find out. You don't deserve to be hurt like the rest of us.
Come on.
I can't.
Come on, get out there.
No, don't touch me. It's killing me. You know, it's nerves that brings on shingles. That's what the doctor said.
Then how come you haven't given me it, eh?
I'm surprised he knew where he come from. Getting out with the rice are like pigs in shit.
Come on. Come on.
Carl was round for you again.
Was he?
I told him he was going up to your mum's for a bit, though.
Thanks.
He said he'd see me straight while you was away, like, you know.
Shut up, will you?
Oh, I've got to get in that bath.
He said you weren't meant to. You get wrinkles, I've told you.
I've already got wrinkles. I'm an old man.
I hope I don't piss and moan as much at 50. Come on. Oh, stop it, Dad. Here, look, I made you dinner inside. Shepherd's pie. It's your favourite, isn't it? Come on.
I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go.
Oh, don't do this to me.
I hate bloody unions. They should all be shot. But I don't care if they're only out for one day. As long as it screws Slater and Klein. As long as it makes them chew another inch off their fat little fingers. Get me?
Come here.
Perhaps we should have put the squeeze on Simmons too.
Oh, you can't bribe a man who keeps pigeons. No, this is a matter of great delicacy. The manipulation of mass emotion can be very easy. You just have to wait for the circumstances to be right.
You wouldn't be putting me off, would you?
Be patient. Find that amusing, you asshole?
I bet you do.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather sell junk off a trestle table than bother about Slater and Klein.
Now, perhaps you better do that. I was meaning to have a word with you. We can't keep holding up meetings waiting for you to flog an old teapot to a vegetarian.
Why don't you give it a rest on him, eh?
Because I don't want to. What else do you suggest we do? Apart from spending money?
While you're plotting and scheming out to put the boot in on Slater and Klein, there's 50 evil little bastards in the East End scheming out to put the boot in on us. You saw one place for yourself. I'd suggest the situation's getting out of hand.
There's Mario. Let's go. You stay here, Con.
Jojo.
Carl will kill me when he sees I've not sorted all this lot out. Now, I'll only call if it's an emergency. I'll get Kathy to look in on him anytime I can't. Do you want some coffee?
What, I believe...
It's after me, you've got to go. Your mum will spoil you.
She always did. Take care, Linda.
I don't need to, Marty. What could happen to me? Carl has people following me most of the time.
Yeah, I know. I was a lot better at it than Jojo.
Well, isn't that nice?
I didn't tell him, Linda.
Does he talk to you about me?
No.
What am I going to do, Marty?
You'll find out.
You know he will.
hours intercity 125 service to Inverness will depart from platform 5, calling at York, Darlington, Newcastle, Edinburgh Haymarket, Falkirk, Grantstown, Barwood, Stirling, Dunblane, The Eagles, Burn,
Can't get away from me that easily.
Pincassie, Abbeymoor, and Inverness.
Come on. I want to talk to you.
Sod off, Carl.
Platform 5.
I got a train to catch.
Be another one. Be hundreds of bloody trains. Christ, before you know it'll be tomorrow, man.
Carl? Go home to your wife, Carl.
Come on. Come on.
Lately, when you say I want to talk to you, it usually means I want to tell you, look, I don't want to listen anymore, Carl.
Look, I love you, man, or I wouldn't be here, would I?
How many times have you said that, eh? I love you, man.
I don't know, thousands.
Sounds good. Go on, say it again.
I love you, man.
All right, Mr. Smartass, Mr. Cool. What does it mean, eh? Come on, come on. You say it enough. What exactly does it mean?
If you're my best mate.
Yeah.
It means it's always you and me.
What a pair we were, eh?
We got around.
We turned each other into bloody heroes.
Well, no one else was going to.
You can't kill people just because you're disappointed, Carl.
What are you going to do, eh? What's going to turn up, eh? Shifting cement down your old man's? Making him a nice tea? What kind of friggin' man are you? I thought we woke up one morning, stuck two fingers up the wall, said stuff you. Choice ain't good enough. Decided we were the only people worth believing. Oh, we didn't feel sorry for ourselves or ask favours. I have never been down the dole in my life. We made something happen and got respect.
Well, you and me, and Daft Jojo, and Mario calls his mum a whore. And Freddie, who thought mouldy cheese would cure his clap. Come on. And Russell, quite old Russ, who's the biggest bloody taker of the lot. One day you won't see him for dust.
We were bloody successful.
Bloody stupid.
There's people out
Shut up, right? Now, look, you know, you've just convinced yourself that, like, nothing's important except you. You're like a little kid, you know, playing hide and seek. And you park yourself under a table, your legs sticking out. Because you can't see no one else, you think no one can see you. And you get pissed off when someone finds you, so you want to change the rules. And you do. I bloody loved you.
Do you know why we had a good time?
Because we had nothing to worry about.
We didn't go to friggin' Eton. We had a good time because we was hard. Harder than the next little prat. You prattle on about Slater and Klein. Well, they pissed me off. But I'm harder than them, so I'll show them. After that, I'll show someone else.
So what does it end?
It don't. Welcome to the real world. Do you want a drink?
No.
Hi, Rob. Hi there.
Look at this bloody lot. Do you know what their idea of hell is? A wine bar that only serves sweet white plonk. Someone should drop a bleeding bomb on them. Oh yeah, I remember what you said, Carl. If they ever drop the bomb and the world's blown to bits and we've got 5 minutes left, I'll find you in the flames. Read it off a record cover, didn't you?
Where to?
Station.
You could be a real old woman. What? What?
Well, Russell once said he could see straight through me. I don't know why, but I thought one day you would too.
What are you on about?
Remember one night just after you and Linda got married? Her mum was sick, she had to go around and look after her dad. We got drunk. I come round that night. You had a dirty movie, you remember that? You put me in the spare room. And then went to bed in your room next door. After about an hour or so, I started to cry. Only you didn't hear. So I cried louder and louder. Till you come in the room, sat on the bed, and asked me what was wrong.
I was upset about that bird you just split up with. What's her name? Janet?
I didn't say that, you did. You held me in your arms till I went to sleep. I was crying because that was the only way I could think of to make you do that, Carl.
Wanna go somewhere and talk?
No, I want to go somewhere. I don't want to talk. You don't want to hear, do you? It's not like Carl.
Remember when we came here last? Day before me and Linda's anniversary. Remember how she said she was getting worried about me?
We had a good laugh, didn't we? Hello.
Who's that?
Just someone.
Marty, you don't...
Carl, I come here quite a lot, you know. I ate it at first. Well, I pretended to eat it when I come with you and the lads. On my own, I didn't pretend. I knew exactly why I was here. The worst thing was they didn't all fancy me. Some nights none of them did. I thought they would, see?
Don't make any difference.
Yeah, to you. You see, you're doing it again.
Still love you, man.
My friend the faggot, is it? So if I find Prince Charming, he can come and join the gang, can he? As long as he can shoot straight and don't spit on Jojo and give him AIDS.
Hello, welcome to our special guest.
Well, I still think the world of you, man. I'd still do anything for you.
Would you?
Oh, of course.
Kiss me then. You kiss me on the station, you kiss me all the time. Kiss me now, I'm asking you to.
Heavens! There's a couple of sweet little soldier boys in civvies over there. Can we get a spotlight on you? Woo! Oh, look. Oh, two have just tramped across a few minefields together. I'm going to dedicate this first song just for you.
People can live on their lives just for love.
It's beautiful, man.
It's only a dirty old river.
I love this country.
Why?
Because of this. Because I can look at it whenever I want.
It's full of crap.
There's 4 million unemployed always mining for something to do. Let them clean it.
Yeah. One more ain't gonna make no difference, is it? Shut up, you sod. You should have put your jacket down for me.
What?
That's what noble gentlemen do for queens.
Don't be camp, Marty.
Don't be camp.
Just don't be that.
What would you like me to be, eh? What's best for you? Just what can you handle, eh?
What are you gonna do? Jump off?
Nah. I'm going up my mum's for a week or so. Then I'm gonna come back, make me dad a nice tea. And I'm gonna wait for you to die. You really think you're it, didn't you, eh? Big man who's gonna make this country great again by pissing on everybody. You should have gone to the Falklands, Carl. You wanted to, didn't you, eh? You should have died there. Then we'd all remember you as a hero. Go home to your wife. Go on, be a hero, Carl.
Remember, Marty, it won't be me who calls you queer boy, or faggot, or filthy little bender, or pervert, or shirt lifter, or puff, or the one who touches up his mates for a cheap thrill. Others will, old son, but not me. Remember that, pretty boy.
I don't hear you. You're not real, Carl. I made you up.
Been crying, darling. You're cold. Wake up and hold me. Linda? Oh my God. Linda? Don't bloody well die!
What happened?
Keep Nicky with you. Who is it? It's me. What?
All right, Cole?
What the hell's going on?
You told me to keep an eye on the place. I must have dropped off to sleep in the car. I heard the door go. Must have woke me up. I didn't know it was you, so I came round the back to have a look. I had it in my hand.
Yeah?
I tripped over this bloody thing and half hurt my leg.
You...
I'm sorry, Cole. My life, I'm sorry.
Get out of here before the street's crawling with filth. And take that thing with you.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Linda?
I was drinking. I don't drink, do I? I was just trying to get rid of a headache, that's all. Carl thinks I'm sick. He thinks I'm... sick. He says I must be having some kind of breakdown, otherwise why would I try to kill myself? Of course it was all lovey-dovey and I thought I'd lost you. Till he started thinking I'd done it on purpose.
Why can't you just get on with things, Linda?
He's taking the kids today. Says he's going to get a woman in to clean the house.
You're bloody lucky.
Why?
'Cause you couldn't even kill yourself, right? You think I don't get fed up? Stuck at home with Mum and Dad, wiping his nose, doing all the chores, hearing her crying at night. I feel bloody middle-aged. And no one gives me second-hand chewing gum, let alone all this. No one said it was going to be perfect, Linda.
That's the trouble, Kathy. They did.
Didn't you ever coming down the office again?
I'm looking after my kids.
Someone needs to shut Russ up. 2 more places got done over last night.
You seen Broderick?
Uh-huh.
Slater and Klein have made the unions an offer they can't refuse. There's a ballot at lunchtime, they'll go back. Why down? You've cost them thousands and embarrassed them to boot.
Where were you all weekend, Con?
A little sojourn in the country. I am the servant of 2 masters.
Oh, yeah.
For appearance's sake. Klein had a little task for me.
Oh, dearie me.
Nicky, come away from the pool.
Nicky, come here.
Daddy, look, yes.
Hi. You teach my kids, don't you?
Yes, yes, I do.
Just wanted to check.
Gene?
I'm through here, Mr. B.
What are you looking for?
Something you haven't given me yet. Oh, I know it isn't here. Knew that before I come in. Now, this is just a free sample.
I don't want any more.
Not getting any more, Mr. B. The game's changed. You work for nothing now.
What?
Well, you wouldn't want me to tell Slater and Klein what you've done. I could. I've got nothing to lose. Unlike you. Well, you walked right into it. Oh, don't cry, Mr. B.
I don't suppose you've got kids.
I don't care what you suppose. You said it yourself. You were meant to be incorruptible, but you got corrupted. I think that's disgusting. But don't you fret too much. I'm not going to ask you to do anything too difficult. In fact, you could do it with your eyes closed.
I'll do it.
Thanks, Linda. It really is very tasty, Mother.
Very nice. And I'm not a sweet freak.
Alan?
Alan, driving.
Give the man a drink, Connie. We will drink to the family.
There's left of it.
Linda?
Sorry, Bridie. The family.
Not with us tonight, Linda.
Don't worry about it, Connie.
Must have a lot on your mind, poor thing.
Eat it, Nicky. Don't play with it.
Are you still trying for kids, Alan, or is it too late?
Yes, we are, and no, it's not.
Some top medical men have gone into it.
You're the one that's meant to go into it, Alan.
Actually, they've discovered that Connie's allergic to my sperm.
Alan?
Can we get down, please?
Yeah, go on.
There's some more cola in the kitchen if you want it.
I was just telling them.
It's not exactly suitable for the dinner table.
Come on, Nicky.
Go on, little boy. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's easy for you. You want babies, you get them.
Hang on a minute.
You want anything, you have it. You take it. You always have. He always has. You should know what it's like to suffer.
When have you ever suffered, Connie?
I'm suffering now. Internally.
You said not to talk about it.
Oh, shut up. Thanks to you, they know.
It's not my fault, Connie.
No, just my luck to pick a husband who's firing blanks. And don't say snot. Let me teach her on you.
Well, we must be off soon. It's quite a tricky drive back to Harlow.
Is it, Alan?
Some people said the M25 would make life easier, but I've always been a A10 and turn off at Broxman man myself.
God, you're boring people again.
Of course, the real fly in that ointment is the B194 at Lower Nasing.
I couldn't care less, Alan.
No, I could.
Shut up.
Why don't you two behave like brother and sister?
Because it takes all his energy to behave like a human being.
Snob.
A toast. Come on, everyone. Glass is full. Come on, Connie. I know you're not a red wine fan, but muck in. That's it. Now, to the birthday boy we all miss. To Mark. Well, that's why we're here today. 20 today? Isn't that why we're all here?
Yes, Alan, but it didn't need to be mentioned.
He's dead, Alan.
What you doing here this time of night, Brod?
Well, last week's been a bugger, George. I just thought I could get some of this backlog sorted out by tomorrow if I took it home.
I know why you did it, Brod.
Do you?
You think I'm stupid too? You're a good man, Brod. A good man will always fight for his dignity, thing he's worked a lifetime for. It's nothing worse than thinking you're useless. I understand, Brod. I'll get Sally off your back.
Thank you, George.
Well, us old uns got to stick together, eh?
You get this sorted first thing.
I'll look it up right now.
Now, tomorrow, Brod. No point in killing ourselves while we've still got a job, is there? Come and have a quick one with me.
I don't see what else I can do. I've given you lists of all the transport contracts we've dealt with in the last 3 months. And I've told you, yes, Klein is nervous. Perhaps his wife's playing up again.
Did he log any of these jobs himself?
Yeah, just that one.
East London Supplies.
But there's nothing unusual in that. They're old clients. He's always handled them.
That'll be all for now, Mr. Broderick. We'll be in touch.
I hope not.
Goodbye. You got something?
Oh, I think so. You see, occasionally we needed legitimate-looking transport for illegitimate purposes, and Klein obliged. Of course, he didn't want Slater to know about it. He'd go spare. So we always logged it in the name of East London Supplies. Now, East London Supplies doesn't exist. Bobby Chalk was long deceased. Yet here it is again.
So what do you reckon?
That Klein hasn't got much imagination? That he automatically thought of the same name he always used when he was up to something he didn't want Slater to know about? East London Supplies is transportation booked every third Friday for the next 6 months, starting this week.
I wonder what's going to be in those lorries.
Carl, are you getting that? Hello?
Hello. Hello, Linda.
Yes, hello.
I know I shouldn't have phoned you there, but I have to speak to you. How have you been?
Terrible. How about you?
Well, okay. Well, you know. Can I see you?
Chris, I can't. Please.
Look, I'm going away tomorrow. Back up north. Can I see you?
I've got to go.
Christ, I love you, Linda.
It's not a crush or a fancy or something stupid.
It's a great big bloody love.
It's not something I can just...
I've got to go.
See you later,
Thanks for
darling.
calling. Bye.
Because I like you. Because a couple of times I happened to show you that I more than liked you. Are you sorry about that? Have a nice life. Have a nice life. Have a nice life. Have a nice life.